Hey everyone. So just gonna jump straight in. We're on to the painting. So we're getting there. As you may or may not saw yesterday, I forgot to plasti dip these bits, so I started painting it and I was like, it's not taking as well as I thought, and then it hit me. So yeah. Hopefully today we can actually assemble these. I've got a few hours now before the family shows up, so, and I said I'd make dinner tonight, so better get cracking. I'm hoping I don't run out of paint. That's my worry, because I've still got the other side of this to do and then the whole one of the other one. But because I'm going for a faded effect, I'd like to think I don't need too much, but I don't know. Yes. So lo and behold, I'm doing one of these during the day. It's a bit later than I thought it would be, but I'm doing it, so here we are. Okay, a couple of minutes. Yeah, I've got the other one. I've just plasti dipped, so it's outside, so I'll have to grab that in a minute. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. I definitely recommend it. It's not difficult to use because there's the spray one, or there's also I think a what do you got, like one you can get in a tub that you can like use on a paintbrush for, so you can actually like put it on like that. I just went with the spray because that seemed easier. I really actually like the effect that this has got. I mean, it looks quite weak on the camera, but here it's not too bad. And the thing is, I feel like if I do it and it does look quite thin, I suppose, like doesn't really stand out much, I can always go over it. Definitely need more paint. I'm really trying to preserve. I think I might have used a bit too much yesterday. Oh well, you live and learn. Whoops. I brushed so hard I took the thing off. Oh, I better glue that in a minute, because otherwise it'll just keep coming off. Actually doing like a dab at a time. Oh, there's the timer, so I'll just quickly go grab that. 1 second. Right. So here's the other one. Yeah. Right. I know I said this yesterday, but I'm really trying not to freak out about the fact that the wig's not here yet. Because it won't be that big of a loss, because I will end up doing it. But obviously, I really wanted to do this for May Comic Con, and if I don't have the wig, I don't feel like I'm going to do it because I don't feel like I'll have another option, because, you know, you have this idea in your mind about what it's going to look like, and then when it doesn't, you're like, I don't really want to show it off unless it's how I imagined. But we'll see. There's still time, and you know, I was reading like the reviews and stuff, and people were saying like, you know, it was like worth the wait. I'm just worried that it's got lost in the post. That's my worry, because obviously the person has shipped it off and it should be on its way, and unfortunately there's no tracking, so I can't determine where it is exactly. So yeah, I'm a little bit scared, but you know, it will all be fine. Like I say, I'm trying to remain optimistic. Come on, I'm trying to get all the reserves. You know, a paint's near the end when you start like rolling it up to the point. Ooh, that was close. Thing is, as well, like one of the sides is not actually going to be that visible, so actually it's going to be, well, this will be the view from this side, so theoretically I should get the other side to look more to what I want, because the back I don't really care about. I mean, I'm not going to half-arse it obviously, but still. It's going to get annoying now. I also need to just remember, because you're going to see when it moves, you're going to see slightly inside here, so I'm just going to very slightly put some inside there. I feel like it might just rub off, but switch to the paintbrush. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell as well, that's Markiplier in the background. I'm pretty sure I've watched pretty much all of his, because it's FNAF, and I'm a big FNAF fan. I want to do like a proper Foxy at one point. Just more cost plans. But I'm definitely going to wait till I have another job, because there's just no way right now I can. It's not like I don't have the money, but it's not like that I can theoretically survive like that. And obviously cosplay isn't important in the large scheme of life. You know, it's, although I try and do my, like I've said before, I try and do my cosplays not shitty cheaply, but as cheaply as I can. You know, I won't go to vast extremes if I don't have to. You know, and if something, I feel like if something is cheap and it still works, then, you know, it's fine, and it's like what I want. So that's all that matters in the end. Right. Okay, there you go. That. Bam, 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 bam. Angry Mark. It's so funny. Nothing beats the getting over it, though. I mean, I actually had to turn away at one point, because I was just like, okay, that is a whole new level of rage. And I was like trying not to laugh, but at the same time it was like, dude, it's just a game, chill. But it's like, no, it's not just a game. I'm pretty sure throughout these live streams as well, I mean, I don't joke with the title when I say TeA and CoSpLaY, but you're going to see my larger range of mugs. I'm sure some people are thinking, how can you drink out of square mug? And it's not that difficult. It's just, it's still drinkable. And I'm sure there are far more complex things to be drinking out of. God, that would sound so weird out of context, and I'm not even going to think about it. So, moving on. I mean, I've got my really big, like, Jack one. I've got a Jack head one, Jack Skellington head. And again, it's not that difficult to drink out of. It's annoying because I like my tea like I like to fill the cup quite high, not to like the impossible point, but near enough. So it is a bit difficult when you're trying to sip, but that is literally it. It's funny because obviously when I went to uni, I stocked up on quite a lot of mugs. And then I came back and all my family keeps saying is, you have, like when they're putting away stuff in the cupboard, it's like, your mugs are so difficult to like put away. And it's like, well, no, they're not. You just have to find the way of doing it. I mean, I managed with like 2 other housemates. So, but I think sometimes we do have just too many mugs. But then again, you can never have too much tea. So that's my argument. Heads up as well, in case anyone does. I hope to see people at Comic-Con, London, MCM. This will be my first time going since Japan last year. And I have a feeling, because as I may have mentioned before, but if you haven't seen it, we are even thinking of going back to Japan again next year. Because we have this voucher that we got from our last one, because when we booked for our accommodation last time in Japan, I can't remember the reason, something to do with tax or something, but basically our accommodation got cancelled. But as compensation, they gave us this voucher on Airbnb accommodation. So we were like, well, we need to use that up. And we've been suggesting other places, but no one's been like too keen. And then my friend just said, why don't we just go back to Japan? And it was like, I mean, doesn't make any sense why we shouldn't. I mean, we've been there, we've already been, so we kind of know what to expect this time. I mean, we definitely go back to places we haven't been before. So we know things like, the sort of pricing and the kind of, and the thing is now all, like, I presume it will be like me and my 4 friends, including myself. There were 4 of us, but we all have a job now of some kind. So we'll have like more money to speak of. So yeah, and if it's till next year, we can start saving. So there's no rush. But the issue is the voucher runs out this June or July. So if we want to book it, we'll have to book it soon. And my friend did actually look already and did say that the prices they seem more expensive compared to last time, but gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, like I say, I'm hoping to have like another job by then, and even, it seems just because I put in holiday for the holiday that I've got planned already for this year. But I'm not gonna lie, like my job is okay, like, and the people I work with are, I can communicate with them. They're nice guys and everything like that. But I know they're just a bit, I don't know, it's just some things like, trying to get blood from a rock, honestly, sometimes. And it's like, well, this is actually quite a big issue. Like the whole issue I had last time with my holiday, where I think I said before, they said I booked holiday for this year. But shoot, I lost my train of thought. Give me a sec. Yeah, no. So I booked up holiday, and then they proceed to tell me that I have 2 weeks to take before the next financial year. Like I had all that because the holiday I booked was it is technically for this year, but in terms of the financial year, that ended in beginning of April. So we were technically still in 2018 holiday wise for that before. It's a bit confusing, but basically they said I had 2 weeks to take, and this was probably 3 weeks before the date. I think it was like the 6th of April. And yeah, so I was like, wow, yeah, I mean, don't see why not take. And they said it was paid, so I was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to take it. And because I think I didn't need 2 weeks, like there wasn't anywhere I planned to go. But if I could get 2 weeks off paid, and I was entitled to it, who's going to say no, really? So then I put in for 2 weeks, and it was coming up to a week before I was meant to have off, and they never said if it got approved or anything. But I was thinking, you said I'm entitled to this, so there's no way. And I put it in, I'm not. I mean, technically they already told me sort of last minute, but I put it in and it should be authorized if you put it through. That's the thing. Once I'd done it and sent it off, it was down to them. But yeah, and then so it came up to, like I say, the week that I was meant to have off, and I got my rota, and they put me in, and I was like, well, why? Because I was meant to have it off. I asked for it off, and my manager, because I messaged my manager, and all he said was, "I'll explain." And I was like, why can't you tell me now? Because obviously he wanted me to come in for my, it didn't say oh, yeah, don't worry, or don't come in for this week. So I went in for my shift, and I was like, so what's the issue? And he said, oh, yeah, you only had 1 week. And I was just like, what? How do you, because I'll be honest, considering how I've been there, now it'll be nearly 6 months, but at the time I've been there probably 4. And I was thinking 2 weeks is quite a lot, but I did do quite a lot of hours when I started. So I thought, oh, that's a bit surprising, but also, But then, yeah, it turns out I was only entitled to 1 week. It's like they don't tell you. It's just is that something you could not have told me over the phone or over text? Because I never called them. It just seems pointless. And no offense, I don't mean this in any horrible way, but I mean, their English is all right, but sometimes when you're explaining something to them, they look at you a bit like, what did you just say? I was like, I said it quite, easily, but, it just seemed easier to communicate by text. So did that. Right. I think that one's done. Actually, can adjust a little bit more down here. I'll tell you what, actually, I will get the other one done, and then if I need to touch up, then I can do it, because right now I need to actually just get it done rather than doing touch-ups and stuff. Plastic dip smells quite nice. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so there was all that, which is just annoying, but I just need another job. I need more money. I need probably more routine, to do something during my day, because I work all night shifts, literally. So it's gotta have something else. But it's one of those things that even if I have the whole day to myself, I get up knowing I've got to go to work in the evening. So it just, I don't know, I feel no motivation to do anything during the day. And that includes searching for a job, which is stupid. It's utterly ridiculous. And, totally just my brain being stupid. But I don't know. So, yeah. But on that note, changing subject. So, yeah, Japan next year. That could be a thing. We really do. Well, I think we'll probably talk about it more at Comic-Con, actually, because we'll all be together for a few days. So I feel like we'll actually get time more so in the evenings, just sit down and just talk about it seriously, and hopefully even get somewhere and booking it. But if we do, I imagine we'll just go to obviously that Comic-Con and then skip the October one because, again, need to save. And again, to go to Japan, I would have no complaints. It's just the only thing I wanted to do a Halloween one in October because obviously, you know, I was going to do like Boku no Hero, like Werewolf, Bakugo, and Ghost, Deku. God, right. I don't know why I get annoyed with myself when I defer different names because I always call Deku Deku and usually call Bakugo Kachan, but I don't know, it just varies sometimes depending. We're just gonna go with Kachan. Okay, so yeah, Kachan, Werewolf Kachan, and Ghost Deku. I'm still debating whether to do Todoroki or not. Like, I've got absolutely nothing against him, but I don't know. I mean, I'm already doing technically 4 characters. I could do Toga. I still need to style her wig, but I could do Nurse Toga. Don't know how I'd feel about doing that con, as I mentioned before, for some reasons. And again, it's probably the only other female cosplay that I've ever done. Yeah, I've in my history, I've done Sakura, Ichigo from Tokyo Mew Mew, and Toga would be my 3rd one. I know, I prefer doing male characters. I don't think I particularly like pull them off very well, but I enjoy doing them. It would make my life a lot easier because, you know, I have obviously the biological physique for it, but I don't know. I just prefer the guys. But it's like in Boku no, I would definitely do some more female characters for that. I feel like I would do, I mean, Uraraka seems like the first choice, but I think I'd rather do Mina or even Yayorozu, Jiro. I mean, I love them all. That's the thing, you know. Even what's her face? The girl from class. God, I'm gonna say this wrong. Is it 1B? The one that Shinzo's in. Who I also want to do. I know her name is Kendo. I like her. She looks quite cool. And then, there's that girl from the top big 3 that I would quite like to do. You know what I say? Obviously, I've got Toga. See, in terms of the pros, I definitely do Aoizawa because I just feel like I can relate to him so much. If I could, I would seriously just go around in a sleeping bag. And as a teacher, he can, so there you go. But no, and then like the female pros obviously are quite like you got Midnight and now Lady are the only ones I can think. Oh no, tell light, you got 13 as well, which actually I wouldn't mind doing. I actually saw like on TikTok a really, really good 13 costume. Because it's cool when, particularly on TikTok, when you see cosplays that, you know, quite rare ones. Like what did I see the other day? I saw that, and then it was a chain one of like pro heroes. Like I forget their names, but like there's the gun guy, the guy who looks a bit villainous, but like can multiply himself. Who else was there? The blood guy, King Vlad, I think his name is. I think he teaches class 1B. So yeah. And they were like really good. I was just like, they got like different pros. Because obviously everyone like generally cosplays the more popular characters. And then you actually, But I find I get surprised and I quite enjoy when I see someone a bit different, you know, who's actually like taken. Actually, there's a audio on TikTok about, you know, when you get into a franchise and then you cosplay the most, I suppose, insignificant character. But someone did that for Denki, and I think he's not. Is it underrated? Is that the word? I would say he's quite popular. I've seen quite a lot of Denkis. Or the most insignificant character. If you're looking for an insignificant character, and it's not that I have any, you know, objections to anyone who does it, because I actually, when I saw some cosplayers do it, I was like, you know, like, I actually like your cosplay. It would be Mineta, because just, I don't know how I feel about him. Like, it's not I don't like him. It's just, well, if you got it, I don't really dig with the pervy thing, you know. I mean, I get it. It's meant to be like comic relief, and you know, it does sort of help, you know, make him different and his character. But also, it's like, dude, there's only so much I can take from you. But you know, like I say, I've got nothing against him, and you know, I think he has definitely earned his place in, well, not as much, but I think he's sort of shown his place. Because what was, I'm guessing his reason for being a hero was just so he could get the girls. Which, you know, compared to some other motives, it's not all bad. That's another thing though. I was on TikTok and I was listening to audio, and I found one of Bakugo. And I didn't realize when he was like talking, like when he was in middle school and he's talking about, you know, extras and he aced the mock exams and all this shit. He did say that he was going to be the richest pro hero. And I was thinking, I thought you didn't care about the money. You know, I don't know why. Just like, why would you say that? And I know he doesn't, like, that's not his main reason for being a hero. But again, his reason for being a hero, in a way, like, because it wants to be the best. Everyone knows that. That's a given. But it's like, that's not all there is. Like, you get it? But he also doesn't strike me as one who, like, particularly like the spotlight. You know, I think you'd obviously get pissed off at the paparazzi and all this and that. Just like, leave me the hell alone. He's not one to, like, overly, you know, knows he's the best and flaunts it in that respect, you know, like posing for the cameras and everything. I feel like, you know, he's the best. Like, feels like he's the best, but isn't one to really be direct in the spotlight. And then, you know, you can imagine Deku in the spotlight, just like, nope. It's like, you little shy bean. I did see a fan art of that. It was like loads of Deku fans like screaming at him, and he was just like, and Kachan was like, I'll make them shut up, like, you know. It's like, keep it down. And then he was like, okay. And then he like turned to them, gave him a smile, and then they all just screamed, and he just died of embarrassment. It's like, you just made it worse. It's like, I didn't mean to. I don't know how to deal with it. Oh, God bless. I'm really hoping, because it's contradictory, because I hope they do it, but I find it hard to imagine at the same time. It's just like one of those fan dreams that you hope come true. It's just because I've seen some fan art of like Deku and Kachan like as pros, and you know, I don't know, you can just see that there's like that friendship between them, and it's just like, please let that happen, please. I'm asking you nicely. I mean, it doesn't even have to be big, because we know that they'll never like fully get along, but just have that like understanding between them, which in a way they have already started to do. Like, you know, Kachan's helping, or more like participating in his training. Like, you know, now spoilers as well for anyone who is not up to date with the manga. Actually, I think I need to catch up, but I caught up recently, and obviously it's now known that not all the One for All, God, I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. I'm sorry, I do apologize. Not all the One for All users were quirkless. So it transpires Deku can actually tap in and use other people's quirks. So effectively he has multiple quirks. And obviously, Bakugo was like, come on, show me. It's like, I don't know how to use them. It's like, boy, calm down, please. It's just like, this is a waste of time. I'm not helping you anymore. And it's like, dude, attacking me out of nowhere isn't helping. You gotta love Car-chan's enthusiasm, though. It's like, come on, fight me. It's like, dude, I don't want to fight you. I'm gonna get killed. Yeah. I don't know, because even now, their relationship is so complicated. Which is why I'm not even going to hide it. That's why I ship them. Because it's just, look, I don't like approve or disregard anything that happened in their past, but then you get like those deep stories that it's like moving past that, and because the past is the past, you can't change it, but you can move on from that, and there's nothing to say that something good can come of that. Obviously, Bakugo's not. Say again, I keep switching names. Car-chan isn't. He's just got anger issues. He's just got a bit of an attitude, but he's come a long way, like I've said before, and probably won't go into again because I could go on forever. But all the characters have had development, all of them. Even what's his face, sparkly dude. I can never pronounce his name. It's like Aoyama. That it actually wasn't so difficult, but even him, like in the exam, was, he had his moment. They all do. I liked Kiri's backstory. That was cute. And him and Mina, I do ship them quite hard. Although I can it's because him and Mina went to the same middle school, and obviously there was that incident, and Kiri got scared, and then Mina rushed in looking brave, but then when they went, she was absolutely terrified. And he kind of briefly lost his resolve to be a hero, and it was like, dude, you got scared, that's fine. You've never been in that situation before. Heroes aren't completely fearless. They do fear things. They're only human after all, but obviously in the eyes of the public, they're these incredible people who face stuff like that every day, and obviously can't be scared because if they're scared, what the hell are we meant to do? And it's like, they're people. They may have super abilities, but so does everyone. It's not anything new, but hey. What I generally love about the series is how I'm trying to think of if there's a term for it, but how it's because there's heroes in it. Obviously, people follow them and they get fans and everything and they have their own merch and everything like that. But that's how it is in real life. We love shows and anime and they have merch for that, and it's just such a it's quite close to real life, really, when you think about it. It's we buy merch for them, and it's well, it could just be it's the same sort of universe, if that makes any sense. But you know what I mean? Because there aren't many anime that I know that have that in it. At least we're getting somewhere with this. What's the time? Okay, it's 3:15. So I probably have just under 2 hours before I get company. And I'd have to clear the table anyway. But it's not I don't do this around my family. But obviously I will probably stop the stream because obviously I had some interruptions last night, and I was well, that's now all over YouTube. So there you go. Nothing too bad. It's just my mom was asking about my sister, if she was staying out or not. I was I don't know. Do I look like I know? And obviously not that I don't care, but it's also Oh well, keep bouncing back and forth here, but yeah. So no stuff. Kind of went on loads of tangents there, but you know, once you get talking, that's it. But go back to Japan though, I'm determined to get some figures. Like I got some figures this time, and it's funny because obviously I got Bokuno figures and a Naruto one that I won. But I want the matching Sasuke that goes with Naruto, so I hope to find that. Because it's not like I can't get it over here, but it would just be cool if I got it in Japan. And also, there are new Bokuno figures and things. I would never get rid of the ones I've got because they're authentic from Japan. I got them from Japan, but obviously they're like the first kind of official ones they brought out. So obviously they're not fantastic. Whereas obviously they're bringing out bigger and better ones. Like the Deku one I've got is of his very first outfit. Like in the very first villain and hero test they had. And then I've got the Bakugo and Todoroki one. And the Todoroki one was literally like a new release when I got it. So yeah, so I'd never give those up. But that's not to say I wouldn't get more, which is unusual for me because when I usually only get one, like I'm not one to collect everything from something. So like if I got a figure, I would just get the figure. I wouldn't get like, you know, the matching Nendroid or this and that. I don't know why. There's no like real reason why. I think I just like having the one because, you know, it's like I'd rather spend a lot of money on one than even more money on the same kind of thing. Like I'd rather use that to something else I don't have from something different. Like I am desperate to get a Kogami one, but they freaking released a new Nendroid. They released a Nendroid of Kogami from the what's it called? Sinners of the System series that's come out, and I still haven't watched. I need to find it and watch it. I believe it's out already. Yeah, but that's a whole new thing. And then they've announced season 3, so God forbid what that's going to be about, because I don't think my heart's going to be able to take it. But we'll try. No, but yeah, no, they released this Kogami Nendroid, and it's like I really want it. I really, really want it. But I think that would actually be an exception to the rule. I think I would get the Nendroid, and then also get like a proper Kogami figure. And I want a Akane as well to go with. So we'll get there. But you know, just one step at a time. I really want. They've got a floppy one from Bokuno that's come out, and it's got like splash on it and really like cool sort of comic writing, which looks awesome. And then they've got an Aravati one. They're bringing out a Kirishima one, which is I think in the same series as the ones I've got, the 3 that I've got from Japan, because it's again of his older costume, because his newer one's got sleeves and everything. It's got like a top to it rather than just being bare chested. Not that I had any complaints about that. But yeah, no, so that's a thing which I want. So many things I want. Here's the thing, like, you know, I talk about like things like that I want. And, you know, it's like, you know, my money I can spend on what I want, but then a part of me is like, you know, you should be probably like really saving for like when you want to move out and do all this and that and do adult things, because then when you have your own place, you can fill it with all this stuff and not have to worry about space. Because I have the fortunate luck of having the smallest room in the house, and I can't complain in the sense that it's my own room, so I don't share like my sisters do. But it's just still like and the sad, well, yeah, and stuff. So, because I do love the contrast though. Like you go in my room and it's the nerdiest room in the world, and then you go in my sister's room and they've got nothing. Like they used to have like a couple of posters up, but they're not really into things like that I am. I mean, they like things, but they're not like overly interested in them. Like they have people that they follow and things like that, but I wouldn't say there's like any particular series or anything that they watch, or they're certainly not into anime or anything like that. But at the same time, they're not like really proper, like what I suppose people would refer as girly girls. So, but each their own, and I don't knock them for it. And obviously, like as with most things, when I first started all this, they were a bit like, "What's all that?" And even I at the time was a bit like, "I don't know, but I like it." Because obviously, when I started all this and started liking all that, I was a bit unsure about who I was as a person, if that makes any sense. Like I was still finding myself on my long journey. But no, like when you kind of start liking this stuff, but then it's different, like from what everyone else likes. And particularly if you're a teenager, all you want to do, you don't want to be the weird one. You don't, unless you're cool with that. But I was like not. I wasn't. Oh, it's hard to explain. I wasn't ashamed, but I was still I was unsure because it was like I'm liking this stuff, but it's clear that there's only a select few people who do like it, and I was still fairly new to it, so I wasn't like completely geeky about it like as I am now. God, I'm really running low. Come on, hold out for me. So there was all that. But my sisters are more than cool with it now. If anything, particularly like one of my sisters, she like takes an interest, like, oh my god, like you built this, like, or because obviously I'm creative and I make stuff and do all this and that. And she actually follows my CoSpLaY account. Like she follows and she shows her boyfriend whose brother is also interested in all this stuff. And him to a point as well, like he's watched a couple of anime. And we talk about that. But it's funny because I don't try and be one of those people. When someone says I like anime, I don't like be like, oh my god, what do you like? And like really like get into it. I'm a bit like I'm more prepared that they may not be as geeky as I am. So I'm just like, oh yeah, like so, what we watch, like, what are your interests? And then, they tend to like he's watched as an example, he's like watched Attack on Titan. Don't think he's watched Naruto. I think he said he tried watching Black Butler, but wasn't too fussed about it. And I was like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, no hate on any Black Butler fans. I just couldn't get into it myself. Although I would very happily just cosplay CL because he's got some good fashion sense. Like the whole sort of Victorian kind of look that I like. Yeah, no, so I think what you can get. But, like I say, she's quite interested and like I feel like I can talk to her about stuff. Because you know when you get that urge, like you've watched something or you've read something and you just get the urge to like speak to someone about it, even if they're not particularly interested in it. It's like, I need to vent about this. I know you'd have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, but please just let me vent. Please. I can't keep this contained. But now I have friends who more than not are happy to call me up and talk about it. So I will do the same to them. Like me and my friend, like there's friend I live with at uni, both geeky as hell. We live together and everything, and she's honestly like they're like one of my best friends, if not my best friend in the world. And we more often than not just start going off. Like we could easily just call each other up and be like, oh hey, how you been? Yeah, all this and that. Every time the conversation ends up on either games, anime, just something, even if it's random, and we're more than certainly have talked about it before, and we just start and we don't stop because we get into it. We get into it. Okay, I think, I might do a bit more on that one actually. Nearly done. Just do a bit more work on this. And I have paint left to do it, which is always a bonus. Yeah, so that's nerds for you. But yeah, I mean, I've got no shame around my family now. Like, I warn them, so like if I'm doing cosplay, I don't like feel the need to rush around and try and like hide stuff as I once did. Like I used to have when I like first like started making like more friends and we did like video chats like in full cosplay. I would obviously go up in my room and I would hide about it, and then my mum might come in and be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm talking to friends. And she'd be more happy that I was talking to friends rather than the fact that I was dressed as a character. Oh, as the fact that I was dressed up. I don't feel the need to hide it anymore. It's more, if anything now, the issue is because I like to make stuff and everything, I tend to take up space in the house that, is a shared area, like the dining room. So if I'm working on stuff, I need to, at least try and, put it away before, we have dinner or things like that, because otherwise it's just a mess everywhere, and I get shouted at. I don't know how many times my mom has said to me, not shouted at me, but told me, okay, so, all that stuff that's in the corner, you have to put that away. It's yes, I will. The reason it's still there is because I'm still using it. And, the whole reason that it's there is so it's easy to access, because there's no point in putting it away somewhere. And then when I need it, I have to keep running around trying to find it. So I put it in easy access. So it's there. I know it's in the way. I will deal with it. It's she doesn't even get mad about it. She's just oh yeah, just so you know. It's yeah, I know, mother. Oh. But yeah, I have to say I'm quite lucky in that respect, because I do feel like my mum finds it odd. I don't know. I certainly haven't, and not for any particular reason. I just don't feel the need to share it with everyone. But I feel like she has maybe told people in my family about it. She talks about it, but not in a shamed kind of way. She's just oh yeah, they do this, and they've been working on this. I think more because, she said to me the other day, she's wow, you spent so much time on it. I hope it looks really good. And I was well, when it's done, I'll show you. Obviously, I'm not gonna hide it away from you. I'm gonna show you. So when I showed her the picture that I was working off of for this, and she was are those wings? And I was yes, they are. And she was oh. And then it was, is that a guy? And I was yes, it is. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure she's seen me mostly in male cosplays, but I don't think she ever really questioned it. I think she was just more focused on the fact that I was dressed up as a character rather than specifically what character it was. And again, she's never had any issue with it. And, my mom's one of those people that she may not understand, and she will make her opinion known about things when she's not. But she's not one of these to overly, she lets me get on with it. She as long as it's one of those things as long as I'm happy and, all this and that, it's fine. So, yeah, I must say I'm quite lucky in that respect, because I imagine there are people out there who have to hide because they have such a disapproving family. And I see a lot of people, again, with the TikTok, but on TikTok it's they get into cosplay and then they have the urge to go to the toilet or need to get some food, and they have to venture out, and they live with their family, so it's yeah, I've got to do that and I don't want to. And it's you spend so long getting into cosplay, you're not going to get out of it just to appease your family, but it's also you have to be prepared for what that entails, obviously. And obviously for some people that's not a way to live, it really isn't. But the thing is, people, they like what they like, so why should you shame them for that? You may not like it, you may not understand it in any shape or form, but honestly, there is just, what is the point? I generally don't see the point of hating them for it. I really, really don't. I don't see what it's got anything to do with you, how it's affecting you personally. If it's against, I'm not going to get into religion at all, but if it's against what your opinion or what you believe, I suppose that is, or how you live your life, I don't know. It's just that's just a thing of life. That's not just even with cosplay. That's just life. I don't get it. I really don't. And it's one of those things, you may not like it, and you can talk about it maybe with other people, but to make it so open and maybe even say to that person directly, who you don't even know, what is the point? I just generally don't see the point, apart from, if anything, it's primarily just attention seeking. Because it's who are you to voice your opinion? Like that. I'm not saying people aren't entitled to voice their opinion, because that, again, is just a whole other issue, because, freedom of speech and blah, blah, blah. And You know, because it works both ways. People say, like, you know, freedom of speech, we can do what I want, but that also means people who are against what you like are free to speak the fact that, you know, they don't like it. And it's like, okay, but that wasn't the idea. But that's just how it is, unfortunately. I've given up with the with the stick. I'll glue it in a minute, but let me just get this. I don't know if you heard that, but also my stomach. I should probably eat something. What are we at? Oh, we're only... God, that was only 15 minutes ago? Wow. Where are we? Oh, not even an hour on here yet. Part of me kind of wishes I'd done this as more of a tutorial thing where you know, it's all put together in a nice video, all edited very nicely, instead of like me chatting away for hours on live stream. But like I said, probably in my very first live stream, I'd never live streamed before, and you know, I'm not even fussed if people don't tune in and watch it, but I want to do it. And you know, with this kind of thing, I wanted people to see the whole process rather than snippets, because I feel like sometimes, well, personally, like, I wouldn't say I'm a great editor, but you know, you miss out pieces that probably should have been left in and all this and that. So something tells me I can't really tell. I think it's just got a texture to it, because I don't think this was the best paint to use. This is, I realize now, this is oil-based paint. It's acrylic, but it's oil-based, so I probably should have gone for just a really cheap, classic, like, acrylic paint, because ideally I'd like to have proper, like, airbrush and do it all nice, but again, money, but we will build up to that at some point. But for now, it's just painting on. Right, let's have a look what we got here. Go there for a second. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with those. Oh, they look so cool. Sorry, I get excited about my own stuff. It's because I've never done this before, and like I've probably said before, it's worked out so much better than I ever planned. So, right, probably good to tidy up a bit, because you know, you need your workspace. So I'm going to shove that back a bit, actually, so you can see more of what I'm doing. Okay, the next step would be, oh, actually, I can just see some bits that I've missed on here, so quickly do that. It's not the end of the world, but you know, just where it's like quite black. But it's got quite a nice effect on it, I must say. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we'll get rid of the rubbish first, actually. That's a good start. And then we can start assembling these wings. I'm a bit scared, because you know, you get to this point and it's like something could go wrong. So I'm trying not to think about it. I mean, I chose this red for the wing, and you know, when you put it up against the red of the wing itself, I know, I suppose it does look a little bit odd, but at the same time, I'm not that fussed. Like, it's not like I'm slacking, really. It's just, you know, there are certain things I don't feel like I don't have to be too perfect on. Like, as an example, this was meant, you can see here, there's a little dip here. It's because I wanted, this was quite straight and I wanted to have a bit more of a curve to it. But it was after I'd sanded everything down, and if you look up real close, you could see that it's not sanded down, it's not perfect. But by the same token, these are going to be behind me on my back, so unless you zoom in like with a precise camera, you aren't going to see them. So, and I think I've also decided that I'm not going to cut holes into the waistcoat to put these on. I'm going to put them on with Velcro, because I can do two versions of this. I can do the dragon version or just do the normal fantasy version, and I'd like that option. So, you know, if I have Velcro, I can easily just take it off and put it back on, in theory, because I have a feeling that could go wrong. But again, remain optimistic. But I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna kick myself if the thing doesn't come, because it's actually more of the tedious process. Like if my wig doesn't come, it's like the more of the tedious process of having to get a refund, because I would order it again. If I was like, even if it didn't show up, I'll be like, yeah, I still want a wig, and you're still the one that I want. So I'm just going to pray that it's just taking a bit longer. It's just, compared to my last one, which I also got from Russia, it didn't take this long, and I was able to track it, so I had that reassurance that it was on its way. Whereas, not that I don't trust the buyer, because they've got good reviews, and there doesn't appear to be ever been a problem. And I'd really hate to be there first. I'm sorry, but yeah, so there's that. But yeah, I'm trying not to, and I've said that several times, but I think the fact that I keep saying that means that I am freaking out a bit. But like I said it to my mum the other day, I was like, I'm just a bit worried because there's something I've ordered, and if it doesn't come, then I kind of don't think I'll do it. And she was like, but you spent so much time on this. And I was like, yeah, and it's not like I'd never use it. It's not like I'd just give up on it, but obviously the whole point was to have it ready by May, and if it's not ready, then what am I going to do? Well, we shall see. It'll all be fine. I don't think I'm going to bother washing my hands, actually, just in case. Right. Actually, no, that's a lie. I need to do that. And also, I also need to... Is that... Tell you what, okay. Right, yeah, we're going to have a clear up. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. No, yes, I am. So move these. They're the straps for my armor piece, which still need just a little bit more paint, but that's cool. That's not completely empty, so I will put that in here. Glue, yes, I'm definitely going to need that. Paintbrushes, I need to rinse that. That probably will be for finer detail on that if I ever work up the courage to do it, because the problem is if I start doing fine detail on it and it doesn't work, I don't really have a way to like directly cover it, so that could be an issue. Or I'm just overthinking, which is more likely the case. And I've got paint on the actual table. I need to wash these as well. There's so many things I need to do. First thing I'm going to do is get a new bit of newspaper. Oh, I used like this when I was outside doing plasti dip, and it's gone a bit stiff because of it. Yeah. That's rubbish. That down there. More newspaper. I don't know how old this newspaper is actually. What was it? 2015. I say that like it was so long ago. It's only 4 years, which in the scheme of things isn't that bad. But there you go. Right. Okay. Right. Wash my hands because I look like I've been at a crime scene. I'll be right back. Right, now we're getting to the good bit. So, now this is the bit where I've got to be careful. Woo, timber. So, this is, I definitely marked these, so they should have things on it. Right, that's the left one. So I'll do the right first. I don't know why. I think because it was like the original one that I did. So there's the right one. Okay. Now make sure I've got the right, yes. And right. Okay. First things first. Oh, frick, I didn't paint this one. Okay, 5 seconds. Oh, I need to wash that as well, don't I? I'll do that in a minute. I've just washed my hands. Right. Okay, so just put that there for a second. I didn't want it to be too profound, but now I'm like, yeah, just go for it. Otherwise you can't see it. God, not that it needs to be said, but my stomach isn't rumbling. I should probably eat before dinner, because that's my issue. I don't eat very much. It's not like for any like reason. I don't have like the whole. I know there's a name for it, and I apologize. And obviously, anyone who does suffer from the condition, no shame on that or anything. But what is that one where you? I think it leads to anorexia, but it's basically where I think you purposely don't eat a lot. But it's not for any like purposely. I don't do it purposely. While I was in uni, I just developed a habit of not eating much. So because money. It wasn't even that. I wasn't starving myself, purely because I knew I didn't have enough. I just didn't eat a lot. I really didn't, and I never got hungry during the day. And it's just become a point now where I don't eat breakfast. I don't really snack during the day. Oh, that's just reminded me that my mum bought some hula hoops. I've been craving those. Sorry, that's just made me hungry. So, I've not had these in so long. Right. Come back a bit more. Sorry if it gets spicy. Keep hydrated as well. It's also something I need to do more. That might be why I sleep a lot, because I don't eat enough food to have the energy to stay awake. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Thank God. Just move those there. Now, yes, need one of those. Sorry, I got distracted by my fire. Okay, so obviously I kept the bottom open so that I could do this and use the wire inside. I am scared about this because it's like this could go wrong, but I'm trying, because fabric's very flimsy, so it's like you got to get it right, otherwise it's gonna. I don't know what's the best course of action, to put glue inside and then just put it on top, or because I feel like it could get stuck before it's actually in there, and so many issues. I think I need tweezers actually. It's like, how do I get all the way in there? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this a little bit at a time because otherwise it's not gonna go in. And the thing is, if it starts bunching up, that's also gonna be an issue. Why do I do this? Why I think this is a good idea? Right there. Okay. Then that one, because then oh no, that's fine. That's fine. I was just gonna say because it's gonna be difficult when I put that in there. Okay, so best idea is to put this in place, and even the little stick, because otherwise that could put it off center. Right, that's in. Oh, come on, go in. Why do you? Oh, it's like I haven't pierced it before. It's just being awkward. Right, come on. God, this is awkward. I never had this issue before. I don't know why it's being annoying now. Right, lift that up first. Right, that's in. And then the hole. Gotcha. Right, that's in. So then I know that that will be in the right place. Okay, maybe to stop that from coming out of place, just put that there. Why does that look so much smaller? That can't be the case. Hang on. Hold the phone. Oh, that's fine. Because I'm stupid. Okay, there we go. Okay, it might. I'm trying to think the best way to go about this. Okay, so if I put that through there, because that goes on the other side, keep that hopefully in place. Then it's just gonna be so fiddly. I can see it. So if I could stick that in place, then that should be easy enough to move. Even stretch a little bit. Yep, like that. Okay. Right. I think I have a plan. Whether that plan goes according to plan is another issue. Okay, because I don't want to be. I think I'll have to be a little bit more handsy with it because I was like, oh, I don't want to mess with it, but it's like I think I'm gonna have to, which is fine. Fine, we can deal with that. I just thought as well I was gonna. Okay, sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm gonna need that and where's the red? I just had it. Seriously, where did it go? Oh god. Ah, there you are. Hiding. Right. Angle that down. Right. Let's get that bit put in place first. So scared. Drag that up. Right, yeah, that's in place. Okay, now I'm gonna do this whole section here. Because once it's stuck down, I can then properly stick the other bit down. Okay, so far so good. And I think I might have to stick the top bit down in sections as well, otherwise that's going to be a whole other issue. Because I don't know whether it's actually an idea to just put this in place and then just stick the top bit down to it, because then it will still be secure, theoretically. Right, I think I'm going to do that actually, just see if that makes any difference. Okay, that's in place. Right, is there something heavy I can put on this? Yep, that can work. God, I'm so scared. I don't know why. Okay, this has got to be ripped open a bit. Oh, God. That bloody bit stuck together again. Don't ask me how, but it bloody did. Stick. Come on. I'm trying not to wrinkle it as best I can. Thing is, with the fabric, once that gets stuck to the glue, it's not really going to move. So you got to get it right in there before it sticks too much. Okay. And with this glue as well, I don't know if it's just other glues, but the bloody string of that you get sometimes. Okay, stick you down. Okay. I just put that up and you can't even see. Right. Da 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 da! We are in. Yeah, now I'm just going around the edge very quickly. Just kind of seal off the fray. Okay. Right, now the kind of difficult bit is putting this in place, but that shouldn't be too bad really. God, the bloody string. It's the worst part. Okay, I'm going to quickly flip that over. Guys, this is turning out so much better than I ever planned. Right, now stick this bit down. How am I doing? Where is it? Right, guys. I'm sorry, I can't stop smiling. So here's one wing, pretty much done. I mean, just look. It's so cool. I mean, it's not extravagant. It really isn't. Like, it gets to like that point. It gets to like that point, bunch up, and then it comes out like that. Right, now time to stick it all in place. Do I need that bit? I don't think I really do. I'm going to cut that bit off. Excuse me. Okay. Well, now it's time to stick all the rest of it down. Oh no! No! It's a brick. I mean, it will dry. It's fine. It's all good. I spilled tea on it. Cosplaying tea is not a good idea. Whose idea was that? I thought it was empty. Stay out of the way. See what I'm doing here. Some shoes. I'm tempted to sit on this just to make it really. And you know what? I'll try and stick it all down, and then. Right, I'm just gonna lean on that for a minute. Okay, sorry, I just got distracted by. Yeah, Mark's face mimics mine. Like, what the hell am I looking at? What? Okay, I think I just died inside. There's like a chica in a school uniform, and I just thought Mark's face is pretty much the same as mine at this point. It's just like, what? What is going on? What is this even? I don't even know what I'm watching. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, it's a custom night, but this is like some weird cutscene that they decided to put in for some reason, and it's bloody weird, believe me. Yeah, like, okay, just carry on. Sorry. I'll probably finish this at about 5. We've got like another hour. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it bunches like that, because at the end of the day, it's gonna come out like that, so it'll look cool either way. The problem is, like, on this side, you can kind of see where I was going to put a fin. So that's going to be a bit... So I was going to make it shorter, like to about there-ish. It's going to come out there. So it's out the back, no one's going to see really, are they? So not the end of the world. And actually, first comes to worst, I can edit it out. So I'm so happy though. Right, now time to cut this down and stick that in place, because I'll tell you what I should do. I'll leave it there, take that out, cover it in glue. My only other option with this is do something stupid and like cut a whole new piece out for this and then put that in place of that. If I can be asked, because I can't. I think I just started growling there, and I'm sorry. I got caught up in my concentration. You're gonna die on me? Okay, now for the other side. Creepy chair. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Right, that's one done, guys. Okay, I glued that too far up the top there. So, see that it's really like, ooh. Turn on my bloody. So yeah, I mean, it's not amazing, like, you know, it doesn't do the whole, but you know, it still works. So fold it in like that. Same problem, it's folding slightly the wrong way, but I don't know how to fix that. I suppose. Like, hang on, if I do it like that. Slightly like that. Yeah? Leave that's all stuck down in all the right places, so. So hey guys, so to show you, I just finished one of my wings, and it is a movable one, which is awesome, obviously, and it goes that way, but and it'll have a thing at the top so that it comes out like that. But yeah, that's one done. So I'm very happy with that. So we're just going to move on and start doing the next one. And I have a feeling my thing will die before I even finish. So, but that didn't take too long. So hopefully it shouldn't here either. Okay, so this is the left one. So do it like that. There for a second. So this is the same issue. I've got the bit there. Shit. And I've got it on both sides. Oh, this one could be. It's not too prominent though. Theoretically. Right. I'm trying to know how I did this now. Put that in there. Okay, so first thing was put that in there. Pop that through there. It's always when I've measured it out, done it like 100 times already, and yet it still decides to be annoying when I actually don't need it to be. There you are, come on. There. Okay, so that's in. And then if I stretch that out to its full capacity, that's that on the ground. Slide that through there. And again, do this in sections. So again, a weird cutscene from bloody 5 Nights. God, he looks so weird. I think I might have to cut this down slightly, actually. Just a little bit, yeah. Use those scissors. They're rubbish. Okay, that should be okay. It's rubbish. Okay, started down here, didn't I? And I put that the wrong way. Oh, don't tell me I cut too much away at the top. That should be fine. Okay, let's try and get this in place. Because it is rather fiddly, as I may have mentioned before. I mean, it's a bit of a shame that I've got that bit there, but. And then what I'm going to do in a second, I'm going to go around all the edges and stop the fray, because that could cause some issues as well, but we don't want that. Pull that out a bit more. As I mentioned before, this is goddamn fiddly. And it's like trying to not get it to crease, like open. Yeah, I apologize if this dies like during. I'm feeling where you can capture it if it dies. So yeah, the other one goes all the way down to the end as well, so that's fine. I might even put the bottom bit in first, just so that that's secure. I'm working a bit backwards here, but hey ho. There we go. Pull this over a bit. Right, I want that to sort of stay in place, don't I? Technically. Right. That'll do. I'm comparing it to the other one. Okay. Woo! Big glue on the table. Yeah, we're getting there. Cut that bit off again. Okay. Getting somewhere again. Okay. Turn that. Yeah, that point should be good. Strings everywhere. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm quiet again, but concentration. I think I might do some patchiness on the wings as well, actually, just so they've got just one solid colour. Ah! Should have waited for that, actually. Okay. Right, just a couple more minutes, because I've done pretty much what I wanted to do. I might come back a bit later and do another one, but So there's that, and they both work, so I'm happy. Right, so this one, that one's going to have to go in that way, isn't it? Because that's the left one. Yep, so just so you can see, that's, well, I'll show you this one. That's both of them, all done, and this one here, that's both of them done. And yeah, so I might do some patchiness, like I said. I don't know if to go make it dark or light. I suppose we'll just practice and have a look. Okay, oh shit, now I don't know which one is left and right. We have to be wary of that. They look pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite happy. Okay, so because it's the back, I might as well do this one's left, isn't it? Because I did the right one first, so. Where should I put that? Okay, so probably do it like that, because you won't see that. That bit will be up against my back, so left. So I'm going to end this here on here. So yeah, I'll do a test video, I think, when I've got them all secure on and everything. So yeah. Bye guys. End. I should get some like weights, actual like weights to put on this. I've been watching too much FNAF musical, so now all the songs are in my head. It's bad. Baby, I love you. Whoops. That's blew off somewhere. Just covering up the A bit. Yeah, so and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna because I've got to get the string to go there, so I'm gonna wait till I put that on the waistcoat, and then when I know that, then I'll know how much I need to cut off. So. See, it's not like a lot, so like you go from there to like there, and it's not. Where's the lid? Where's the lid? Oh god, I keep losing everything. Ah, there you go. Okay, so managed to finish the wings, which is obviously a good thing. Oh, guys, I'm sorry, I can't actually get over how good these look. How good these look. I can't even speak. So the idea is, I'm not going to be able to hold this very well, but I think they go about there-ish. So, you know, like you can see them, but like they're still. Oh, actually, there's going to be a bugger moving around Con. I just thought we're going to be like bashing people, like, out of my way. Because these bits will have to go sort of on my shoulder blades, I believe. And I'll put a bit of Velcro that goes like that, so that's quite secure. But I also got the really like strong stuff. So it's like heavy duty stick on, and I tried it, and it is generally, I don't know because this is quite small, but it generally is really tough to pull apart. So those obviously aren't going anywhere, which is good. So. But I'd have to put the waistcoat on, and I think I might even need another set of hands in order to get it exactly right. But yeah, so. But I'm happy because I wanted these done, and they are done after a lot of work. So definitely, like, I mean, they're done in the sense that they're finished, like building them. I'm still debating whether I should do any pattern on the wing, like because it's quite. Like it's a solid color, so I don't know whether to maybe do patches of black on it. But the only problem is if I do that and it doesn't look right, it's gonna look weird. But in saying that, I'm sure there's a way I could cover it up. And you can see like there's, well, it's not see-through, but there's like sunlight shines through it, so it's quite cool. So what have we got? So that's the left one. And that's the right one. And they'll go on like that. Like, well, as you can see, kind of on me, but they can bend just slightly, so although that does look a bit stretched now, but I'd say it's not like an extravagant like movement, but you know, it goes from being fairly in to going out. So you know, it's not like I'm going to use them to fly or anything. So it's just for effect, literally. Even still, they look pretty good. That bit's annoying me though, because I'd love it if it could just fold in that way instead. Oh, are you going to keep doing it now? No. Miraculously, it's doing it now. I don't know what happened there. And with this one as well, just. I mean, from this distance, you can't see because there is, well, not on this one, but there is pen. Oh, I think on this one, not so prominent, but there are pen markings from where there should have been another spine or bit there, but actually, I don't know. Does it look weird if it doesn't have the third spine? Like there? I can't really tell now. Because I think they're meant to have 3. In which case, I can cut out and stick on some bone pieces if that is necessary. So a little bit more down there. Yeah, sorry, I just keep playing with it. I'm trying to think this. Oh, I could start working on that actually. So I'll put those over there. So there's my little. You haven't seen it yet. It's my guard piece. I really don't know if I should like just leave it as it is. I might, because it seems easier that way. In which case, I can see about putting it on. So, okay. Because it needs to attach to this, and then I'll need to stick that bit of fur in first, actually, before I do anything else. But yeah, it needs to stick on. Yeah, and then that will go on like that. And then we've got the straps here. I just need to tell me which one's which again. So yeah, that's where I want it to be. And then, is that the bigger one? I think so. Is it? No, that's a shorter one. So that one goes there. It's not going to stay though. Kind of like that. And then that's the bigger one. Don't tell me I didn't. No, it's got to be that one. I don't think I measured it properly. Either that or it's. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. Come back here. I tell you what. Okay. Okay, right. I think probably the best thing to do is. So that's still on where I want it, I believe. Then, so I made a spare one just in case the other one didn't work. See, that seems the longest one out of all of them. Yeah. Yes, definitely that one. Okay. Bring it along a little bit. I mean, that doesn't give it much, but I suppose it's better than nothing. Yeah. Okay. Like that, and then I'll use. Doesn't matter. I'll use this one. Because I have these little snaps, which because I can't. Did I want Velcro for the top? That's going to be incredibly hard to get off. Something tells me I didn't think this all the way through. No. No, okay, right. I think what I'll do, I'll use these little two bits, or even just the one. I don't think I really even need to, just so it like stays in place. So. Okay. Probably best to do this with this on, just so I know where that is. Scheme of things. So that's on. Now I don't know which side is best to take off. But I suppose that way. Right. Whew. It's a bit scary. Right, so that's now in place. Looks pretty dang good. Even I hate to say, but looks good. Just roll that up a bit, didn't I? Right, I'm just going to stand up one sec. So we're just going to see. Yep. And then it does twist a bit when I do that, but not like a hell of a lot. Right. Okay, now that that's on, I can now see about getting the straps done. Now, should I glue those on or? I don't know. I feel like Velcro would actually be stronger. Might quickly need a reference image actually. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Ah, there you are. Okay, so it's not dead center, it's like more there. Okay. Keep that there for a second. Which way this goes? So that side like that, so that can go there. Oh, okay, so I just had to clean my hands. So that's this so far. Probably keep them on for a bit before I attempt to move them. Either that or I think there's another solution. The only thing I hate about this glue is this build up. So much build up. I can just glue this on, right? I don't think I need to. Okay, that's not staying now, which is great. I don't know, like a clamp or something that can kind of hold it together. I'm going to leave that. Okay, I might end this here for today. I'll probably still, once that's dry, I'll do the snapbacks and everything somehow. I'm not even too sure I'm going to do that. But, I'll do that. And do the wings and everything. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress I made today. But I'll probably have company very soon. I probably should start on dinner, so I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'll be sure there'll be I might do some test stuff on Instagram. Anyone you see that? Should I have something else I wanted to mention? Can't remember, but yeah, I'm also gonna do the sword at some point. You might see it better actually in this light. So I've still got this to cut out and do, and depending on how that goes, I may do more than one, but we'll see. Because at this point, I'd be happy with just one. So yeah, yeah, I'll post some pictures up when this is all done, and it'll look really cool. And of course, I'll do a video before then, but of course I'll be doing a full cost test at some point if the week comes. Although I'll probably just do the outfit, which I need to do some amendments to anyway. Okay, but yeah, so probably don't know about doing a stream tomorrow because I have work, so I'd rather just do that. But yeah, so but until next time, guys.